When we won the cup, he gave a sweet message for me and he said, "Hi Shreyanka, well bowled." And that's still in my mind, it's still going on and on and on. So it's something very special moment for me because he's a legend of the sport and just he knowing my name is very, very special. I don't know, personally for me it's very special because he's a true legend.
Shreyanka Patil was super excited that after RCB women's maiden win in the IPL, that Virat Kohli recognized her, called her by name and even appreciated her. That pales in comparison to the feeling that Mary would have had when Mary stood outside the tomb of Jesus in disappointment that she was not able to see the body of Jesus. And Jesus, in fact, was standing in front of her, but Mary thought he was the gardener. And then the Bible says in John 20 and verse 16, Jesus called her Mary. Just one word, John 20:16, Mary. And I believe when Jesus called Mary, Mary, that sent goosebumps to her because she knew how her master would call her. She recognized the voice of Jesus. She knew Jesus knew her by name. She knew this was a Lord who drove from her life 7 demons that tormented her, as we understand from Luke chapter 8 and verse 2. And when Jesus called Mary Magdalene, Mary responded saying, Rabboni in Aramaic. Mary was saying, Jesus, continue teaching me, continue leading me. This one life I have is for you. You are the God who knows me by name. And that realization is enough to give me purpose and meaning in life. What is one thing that will give you purpose and meaning in life? That the God who made you knows you by name. He came down, he died for you on the cross, he shed his blood, he rose again. Today he knows you by name and he calls you and he says, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden. He calls you and he says, I will give you rest. When you respond to the voice of this God who knows you by name and he calls you, then life becomes meaningful. Have you experienced that life? You must experience it, because that's something I've experienced and that gives me so much joy. This God, he calls me by name. He gives my life meaning and purpose. He's made me a donkey who will carry his word to the Google generation. Would you respond to the God who calls you by name?